ጀበናው ቆብትን እንዳይገድ ቁርሱ እንጀራ በልቶ ነው ሁሉም የሚጓዘው ሰው አትፈርክረው حاجه لك انا حاسب
European governments were deaf to Ethiopia's appeals. Africa was too remote. But foreign sympathizers sent medical supplies. Some even joined the International Red Cross effort in Ethiopia to work in makeshift field hospitals, as ill-equipped and vulnerable as the Ethiopian army. The Black Shirt Army was on the last stage of the march of conquest to the old Ethiopian capital of Gondar. For the glory of the fascist party, Secretary General Achilles Tarache marched behind the Roman standard along a route known to be free of enemy troops into a town untouched by war. The population didn't realize the colonial invader had come to stay. Beaten in the last battle, abandoned by the League of Nations, the emperor had retreated through deserted towns and villages towards Addis Ababa. Though the Italians were closing in behind him, he stopped for 2 days to fast and pray on his knees in the monolithic church of Lalibela. Haile Selassie planned to move to the hills and fight a guerrilla campaign, but his chiefs and advisors knew their broken armies could not fight on. They persuaded the emperor to leave Ethiopia. On May the 2nd, the imperial family left by train for Djibouti, en route for Palestine, and exile in London. The emperor was leaving a poisoned landscape, turning yellow under an invisible rain of mustard gas sprayed from aircraft. Spraying the mountainsides flanking his columns had eased Badoglio's advance. Where the gas touched flesh, blisters broke out. Barefoot warriors were very vulnerable as they marched over the poisoned land. The falling gas burned bare shoulders and left many blind. The fumes burned lungs. People died from drinking poisoned water. The horrified Red Cross volunteers were not equipped to treat gas burns. Mustard gas was outlawed by international agreement after World War I. Mussolini authorized its widespread use to bring about the quick victory which would justify his huge investment in the war. Italian engineers built the roads to victory through the Ethiopian Empire. They were worthy successors to the road builders of ancient Rome. At night, air attacks were suspended, but work on the ground was ceaseless. Urgency increased as the rainy season came nearer, threatening to halt the advance of the heavy mechanized columns. Badoglio knew mud could defeat him where guns had failed. He had to reach Addis Ababa before the rains. The defeated empire lay in ruins. Smoke rose from burned villages in the valleys, carrying the scent of victory up to Badoglio's advancing column. The bombs of the Regia Aeronautica had blasted a safe passage for the trucks, moving relentlessly towards Addis Ababa. The last traces of resistance were hunted down and destroyed. There was no refuge for Ethiopia's beaten warriors. No one was safe from attack, not even the wounded. The march of the Iron Will set out from Dessie on the final stage of Badoglio's drive to victory. For 10 days, the most powerful mechanized column Africa had ever seen rumbled remorselessly along Ethiopia's imperial highway towards Addis Ababa. There were nearly 2,000 vehicles, 11 batteries of artillery, and a squadron of light tanks. They met no resistance. The Askaris were sent ahead to enter Addis Ababa. When they were sure the city was safe, they withdrew, as Mussolini had ordered, to allow Badoglio to lead the Italian troops in triumph towards the imperial arch. 3 days after Haile Selassie's flight from his beaten empire, Badoglio drove into Addis Ababa. The rainy season was setting in, just a few days too late to save the empire. Badoglio's victory was complete. He had defeated the emperor in battle and won the war's greatest prize, Addis Ababa. The fiercely defended city of Harar fell to General Graziani's southern army. The occupation of Ethiopia had begun.